Oh yeah, play it, play it.
I don't know if we're rolling yet or not.
We're rolling, we're rolling. Play it.
Oh, that slaps me on the dick.
I don't know if that was actually audible for the audience, but it's basically just heavy from.
Oh, that slaps me on the dick.
It's heavy from Team Fortress 2, just saying, "Oh ho ho, that slaps me on the dick." But like he says, "dick" all loudly, like that slaps me on the dick.
Yeah, I think they got it from him saying medic, and they just cut that in and spliced it in. And I just, man, I love. It's a good edit though.
Anyway, hi, I'm Lou Jack. That's Taylor. Welcome back to Borderlands. We're the Peepolorians, and we're playing Borderlands. Welcome back to Borderlands.
Oh, one thing that I realized that we haven't been doing.
Oh shit! I should probably turn off my phone.
Oh
That's,
yeah, good idea.
That's very unprofessional. No.
Make sure I don't get any bings or bangs or bongs.
Shut the fuck up, phone. That chimney is on fire. I think it's a chimney? I don't know what that is. Looks like a chimney.
Where?
Right over there. Right
Oh yeah, it is on fire. I think it's like a refinery or something.
Maybe.
The weird thing is that if you're pointing at it and you bring it into focus, the fire is still out of focus.
Huh.
Yeah, it feels weird.
So the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games are all on sale, which is super exciting for me. I played Ultimate Ninja Storm, but I never played any of the ones that came after it.
Man, all of those games were on Watch Mojo's top 10 games that make you say, yo!
Yoy! Oh, man.
Oh,
No,
man,
but...
I love that yo.
Yoy!
Yo?
It's very good. Man, that takes me back. That takes me back to, like, high school days when you would, like, come over.
Jump up here from down there.
You would come over and we just, like, play Naruto and we'd fight each other.
Watch random episodes of Bleach, and I'd make various jokes about how the orange guy was durable because he had a bunch of carrots.
I remember watching.
And I love that paid off, where it's like, haha, he survived, and it's like, he really was healthy.
I remember watching episodes of Bleach on YouTube, like, at school, and we had another kid that was with us, a third person that would watch it with us, and they would buffer a lot, so it would just kind of stop and then it would buffer, and every time it did that, you and me would take turns yelling aggressively, just going, ah! And then at the end of it, he would just go, rats!
I remember that.
Oh, man. Oh, where does the time go? Alright, fuck, what's our next mission? Bruce McClain?
Yeah, no, when you take that's the thing I was about to say, is that when you take the mission, you should read the mission out, because I realized that we should be reading all of the dialogue bits, including the mission.
Okay, well, we're gonna go find Bruce McClain. Basically, it's like, can
anyone help? Oh, hold on, I got it up on my screen. Can anyone help me? I haven't heard from my fiance in weeks. Oh, hold on. His name's Bruce McClain. He lives in a shack out near Zephyr Substation. Last I saw him, he was bragging about how rich he was about to become. He was gonna buy us a flight off this planet. What? Hold on. How do I scroll?
I don't know. It's what I was trying to figure out. What? How do you do it?
The triggers, left and right triggers.
Oh.
Whatever he was up to, I bet it got him into trouble. Please, someone find my fiance.
I bet it was double. Alright, we gotta go there at Badlands.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Mix-a-Lot really was in trouble. He was trying to get a piece of that bubble. I love lines that are like really like poetic, that like don't hit the same when they're just spoken deadpan.
Right. It's pretty great.
I don't know what that exact like humor is, but it's just like
Ugh.
Oh, that was a meme we haven't done in a while. The doing song lyrics, but in the form of like a TED Talk.
Yeah.
Now, Mix-a-Lot, he was in trouble. Hits the button, starts the slideshow. He was looking for a piece of that bubble. Wait for audience laughter.
I don't even know that song.
It was the original Baby Got Back.
Really?
Which, you know, I love. It gets me to my next fun like mental exercise is, you know how like there's a game where you like describe a Pokemon to someone and then they just like draw it out without knowing what it looks like?
Nope.
I love the absurdity of like telling someone about a music video without showing them it, because like music videos are so much about like the vibe they give off.
Right.
Wow, we just drove right through that.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow, I got like 6
How are we not hitting you?
Moth rack. Oh my gosh, the moth rack.
Oh my god, it's the mouth rack. Ah, fuck that guy. No, we're not doing that again. No. Okay, well, abandoned vehicle. Just abandoned vehicle, just jump off. Just jump right off. Oh no. Oh my god, is the moth rack still... It's still following me. You just gotta keep going to the waypoint. Just gotta keep on going to the waypoint.
Right, but it's taking a music video and then just like straight up try to describe what's going on. Because without the music videos just end up being kind of like bonkers.
Do that with freaking Land of Confusion.
Well, I mean, like some music videos, like they'll have like sort of a plot to them, but they always like keep cutting back to like the band just being a band somewhere, and like that might be the sort of the what's the word, the sort of A and B plots that are going on.
Right.
But like, and some have like one or two like a sort of setup situation, but that's it. So like Britney Spears is toxic, but then
Right.
like. But occasionally you see one where like, what was it? Where are you? Are you under me?
I'm under you.
Are you under the ground?
I'm under the ground. Wait.
Oh, you're in the secret area.
I'm in a secret area. How's my inventory
What
full?
was the? I'm trying to remember what was the one that like, just basically you take a music video and like describe what's going on. Like deadpan, and it's just great. Like, I'd be like, okay, so there's this music video. It starts with this guy who's like sitting down and he's watching TV, and then his dog is taking a nap, and then he's like really interested in what's on the TV because it's like a music video, and then he falls into the TV, and then the music video like replaces everything. And it's a guy who's like playing the guitar, but like parts of his body are highlighted. And music videos sound like weird dreams somebody had when you just describe them.
Talking away. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they kind of do. So I guess now we have to look for cigarettes or something. Product recoil. Collect versus boxes of cigarettes near Titan's End. In the journal, Bruce described a scam where he gathered local plant leaves, rolled them into cigars, then sold them to bandits while claiming they were prized off-world tobacco. With the money, he hoped to marry his fiancée and take her away from Pandora. Apparently, his first customer immediately died of massive internal bleeding, and the bandits forced Bruce to use his own product as payback. You'd better round up these cigars before some kid gets a hold of one and smokes it in the back alley. The journal mentions that Bruce's customers were primarily the bandits around Titan's End. To cigars! Away!
Alrighty.
We gotta go find the cigars, take them away.
The cigars off the streets. Oh, here's something funny. The game Desert Child has a bunch of achievements in it, and one of them is not buying the cigarettes. And the cigarettes don't do anything. Just like real world cigarettes, they don't actually do anything, and they're actually pretty expensive compared to the other like items in the game. And yeah, if you could just get through a playthrough without buying them, then you get that achievement.
Right, well that's not true. Cigarettes do something. They fuck up your lungs.
Yep.
If there was a status effect that made it like difficult to breathe or whatever.
Yeah, or like it would
just cough a lot.
I don't know what it would do, but yeah. Which is funny because the Desert Child took so many aesthetic points from Cowboy Bebop. Like it's the silhouette backgrounds, the fact that its soundtrack is great. The main difference being that the whole thing is done in sort of a very pixelated style.
Right.
But like the aesthetic feels very much like Cowboy Bebop, and the main character is a smoker. But the funny thing is that like the main character is a smoker, but only like sort of in the background, where it's like, oh, I guess he quit in this game.
Right. How the hell do we get up there? We gotta get up there somehow. We gotta find a way to get up there.
Oh wow, they're in a standoff with some...
Oh wow, hello.
Not a standoff, they're a firefight with the guy.
Have a bird!
Throw a bird at him!
Yeah! Bird always wins, motherfuckers!
Ooh, what's that?
I don't know. Oh, it's one of the cigarette thingies. Oh, look, another one. So there should be one more somewhere. You know, looks like it's up there, but I don't know how to get up there.
Yep, mine says it's up there, so...
Okay, just run away in a fiery explosion. I keep forgetting you can do that.
Looks like there's a long way around over here, maybe? Oh yeah, there's a path that we might be able to take. Yeah, there's a sign.
Ah, sweetness!
It says, gun this way. That's,
gun this way?
Yeah, it has a little handgun and an arrow. Well, unfortunately, there's, no people with guns up here. It's just a box of guns.
Yeah, just a box of guns.
And a bunch of, what I assume is, skag skulls. That's kind of neat.
Skeg skulls, great for decorating your room.
You think there's a lot of skag skull art or something?
Probably. Like just in the background of this universe.
Considering how many giant bones are lying around, do you think that like scrimshaw would become a thing? Like just making cool carvings into bones.
You would think. Hey, what's in here?
It'd be like an item, the quest item that you could pick up.
That'd be neat.
That's
okay.
the funny thing is that when you think about it, like, a quest has to have like two main real chunks to it to be a good quest. Like, it needs to have a satisfying mechanic that way you feel like you're using your skills, and it also should have some kind of like feeling to it. Like, for instance, like in Borderlands 3, the what was it, Memento Mori was like one of my favorite quests in that game because it had like a solid mechanic to it, which is like a bunch of trick shooting, but it also had like a really neat plot to it that like actually made me feel something.
Which mission was that?
It's the one where it's like the anniversary of a guy's daughter's death or something. And,
oh yeah.
And it's like, well, she set the record for all these trick shots, and like you technically can like beat her records.
You can beat her records, but you're a dick if you do.
And not. Yeah. And so it's like, wow, you really showed some restraint back there with class act.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, I framed that gun. I put that gun up on a mantle, and it stayed there for like the whole game.
Same. Because it just sort of reminds me of that quest, and that was a really good quest. That was like one of those
great quest.
That is to Borderlands what is it? The time travel episode of Teen Titans is to Teen Titans.
I remember that one. That's kind of like the episode that confirms it's Dick Grayson because he becomes Nightwing.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
Because like, so one thing I really love about Teen Titans is how like set it is on just spotlighting characters that nobody gives a shit about. And Robin, for like the longest time, was just kind of one of those characters that nobody cared about. And Teen Titans was really the first time that I like saw anything with Robin in it, because I knew Robin existed. Of course I did. I was all about Batman at the time, so I knew he existed. I just didn't know he could exist like on his own. And then Teen Titans happened, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Robin is amazing. I love this character now.
The funny thing is, like, looking back on it, I remember being like, you know, it always comes down to Robin doing the coolest things. And looking back on it, it was like, you know, it was probably pretty important to do that in the same way that you get a team of like the Justice League together, and like they always give Batman a bunch of stuff to do.
Yeah,
and I think it's like just compensating for that. Like they want the mostly human guy to do like something.
Yeah.
Because like we now, due to the recent Justice League movie, we know what happens when you don't do that.
Yeah.
You get a guy who's like about to retire as the Batman, like beating up like one parademon at a time.
I'm actually
while the rest of the team, like does stuff.
I'm actually really excited for the Batman because I feel like we just can't get any lower than Batfleck. And that's not a diss on Ben Affleck himself, because I think that if he was given a better script, he could have been really good. But he wasn't. He was given the script that made him shoot people for no reason, and everyone hated it. Well, not everyone hated it. There's a lot of dedicated Batfleck fans out there, and you know, good on you. To each their own. I personally think it's the worst iteration of Batman.
They had another, can you imagine if they had another, like, crossover Nexus thing with the Crisis of Infinite Earths or whatever, and like Batfleck was there, and Christian Bale was there, and TV's Adam West was there.
Oh man, that'd be fucking nuts.
He's the one who's like, no, I'm not just out of the game, as in like I've been out of the game for a while now. I retired and I married Catwoman. It's a whole thing.
Right.
I don't know who plays Catwoman. I don't know, some other like old Hollywood lady.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess Batman and Catwoman, I think, got hitched in the comic, or they were going to, but then they didn't, but then they got together anyway, and I don't know if they actually got married, like, but they were together. Well, it's one
of those, like,
and then they had their own spin-off series. No, it wasn't a could have been timeline. This was like a main canon thing.
Well, what I'm saying is that, like, it's sort of like a gravitational constant where in any given universe there's always some amount of tension between Batman and Catwoman, and there's a handful of universes out there where they actually didn't get together.
It's funny because if you know who the Huntress is, she actually started out being the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, but like from Earth 2. So her name was like Helena Wayne, but when they canonized her in the Earth 0 continuity, They made it Helena Bertinelli.
Hmm.
But there is a universe out there where Batman and Catwoman have a daughter, and she's the Huntress.
That reminds me of like how I feel about like Miles Morales, or it was like, wait, Miles Morales was from a whole other timeline? Yeah, he's from the Ultimates universe. Ah, man, I'm glad he got out. that was the grittier, like meaner universe. Like,
Yeah.
good, Miles deserves better.
Oh, was the one where Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were all incestuous and weird and uncomfortable.
And I think there was Thor, but he may have just been some crazy guy.
And I guess Black Widow married Iron Man, I think, but then she betrayed them or something. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Ant-Man, Blob cannibalized Wasp, and then Ant-Man cannibalized Blob.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
That was a thing that happened.
Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
Wait, oh, you're just running through here, okay.
I'm just picking up skulls. We're just picking up skulls. Right. If you see a skull, pick it up.
Alright, I see a skull, and just be mindful because there's like, oh wow.
Shock damage.
I was like, oh, he's supposed to be about a psycho. Why is he so feeble? And it's because he's like 8 levels lower than us.
Oh, nice.
This is how satisfying the game would be if the guns were a little better balanced. Because right now, it feels pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you gotta use like a whole magazine to kill an enemy that isn't like a boss or just like the size of a truck, it just feels weird.
Yeah, it gets annoying at that point. This made Game of the Year.
What year was it when it made Game of the Year?
I have no idea. I think it was back on PS2 or PS3.
Anyone's in the chat?
Remember.
Which probably not, but if anyone's in the chat,
there's no one in the chat.
When we upload this video, please put a comment in the video letting us know what year that was.
Yeah.
My guess is I don't have a good guess actually. Dude, what? Hold on, we're in a giant skull. Look at this.
Wait, are we?
You know, here's an interesting thing. So, I remember a few times when I was on Reddit looking up stuff about Borderlands lore, and how they're like, I was always wondering what's up with the giant bones, and like, oh well, the planet of Pandora probably used to be have like a huge ocean, and then was like destroyed possibly by precursor artifacts, and the giant bones are just like ancient leviathans or whatever. But the thing is, like these ancient leviathans have like spikes and crests and like teeth, and so they'd either, if they were like if they were like ancient aquatic species, they'd be like Subnautica, where like you have like these giant predatory whales.
Right.
It'd be pretty neat. I would like to see, dude. That I would want to. No, that'd be too complex. But make a level where you're in an underwater base, and when you look at the windows to like the outside, it's like a precursor underwater base, and you get there from like time travel or something,
right.
Or maybe like a memory fragment, and you have to relive a memory that a precursor had.
Excuse me. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Planet was wet. Just going a long way for a good excuse to have a giant fish in the background.
Subnautica is definitely a game that I would want to stream at some point, but I'm still waiting for Sub-Zero to come to PS4.
Oh man, I want not Sub-Zero, Below Zero.
Below Zero, whatever.
Look. One is a sequel to the hit game Subnautica, and one is the leader of the Lin Kuei.
I knew you were gonna go with Mortal Kombat. I would have just said the other is a Mortal Kombat character, but that works too.
You gonna teach me your like cool ninja skills? The Lin Kuei are not ninjas. Why do you dress like ninjas?
Who knows?
It gets even better than that. So the Lin Kuei aren't ninjas. They just happen to sometimes dress like ninjas. And Scorpion isn't only dresses like a Lin Kuei because he knows it bothers Sub-Zero.
So then what's up with Reptile and Rain? And, well,
Reptile and
Smoke, I
Rain
guess,
are-
is part of the Linkoi, so...
Yeah, Reptile originally had a similar costume just because that was like a default, but then over time they had their costume radically changed to be a lot different.
Right.
So it was more like a rough copy than like what was like Scorpion's like very obvious like what's the word, like parody.
Neener, neener, neener.
Yeah.
That's what Scorpion's thing is. It's just
You know,
a verbal
I-
neener, neener, neener.
I cannot believe that the first time I saw the Mortal Kombat game, the thing that just blew my mind was that I didn't expect it to a fighting game to have like an actual good plot that like actually got my attention and my full investment.
Right?
Like I really cared about what was going on and when it was happening and like a handful of the characters and what they were doing. And I'm really surprised on top of that they managed to do it again with what was it, Mortal Kombat 10, I think?
Yeah, XL or whatever.
Yeah, and that one gets even better because it involves time manipulation and the concept that like, oh hey, you know all that wacky stuff that happened and then like it didn't really happen? Yeah, that actually did happen. It's just that there's been like a time god who's been resetting the timeline when things get too wacky. Which explains it a lot, really.
I don't remember that, but sounds
Then
legit.
You either didn't see it or you didn't see that part.
Or it's been so
But,
long since I
man,
saw it that I forgot it.
It was such a reference when you saw like bits and pieces of other games and shows and stuff like recreated in the Mortal Kombat engine that are just like flashing like flashbacks. It's like other timelines. I had to delete them. And it's just like, could you at least keep the part where Johnny Cage says, "Where do you get these guys?" And just specifically that.
Well, that was from the movie, I believe.
Yeah, that's specifically the one part I want to keep.
Where do you get these guys? Well, I actually heard that the first Mortal Kombat movie was pretty good, but I heard the sequel was pretty crappy.
I don't know which one is which, just that like that specific part, that intro I think was pretty solid. Because it starts out with a bunch of combat, not Mortal Kombat, but some kind of combat, and then it like zooms out and it's a movie that Johnny Cage is in where he's doing all of his own stunts. And you're like, oh, okay, this introduces the character as like the stuntman who's good at combat.
Yeah.
I don't know, I liked that setup for that. It also like quickly established like what his attitude was, because he was like, this is the part where you're supposed to fall down.
I haven't actually played any of the Mortal Kombat games, but I watched like Let's Plays of 9 and 10. But 9 is on PlayStation now, and I own 10 and 11 now, so I'm gonna play them at some point.
I'm just gonna stay behind you. As soon as you're up, go to the right.
Going right.
Alright, you get some cover, switch to whatever your longest range weapon is, and see if you can hit just the edge of this thing. Ah, dang it.
Alright.
You're a sniper, I would suggest using a sniper rifle and trying to take out the person.
Well,
in the
obviously
turret.
I'm gonna use my sniper rifle and try to take out the turret.
No, the person in the turret. It's easy to forget that the person is exposed.
Well, yeah, that would be great, except I can't hit the person because every time I try to, he just turns and I can only hit the turret.
I'm at the perfect angle where it can actually hit him, but he can't hit me, so I'm just gonna take him out.
Oh my god, why are there more of these guys?
I don't know, but I'm getting into the turret, so you just get into an open area and I will destroy them. So just gonna pop them from there and take care of them.
Good idea.
It says there's one over there?
There's one over here.
It's a glowing green panel thing. I
Some
can't hit
kind of
anything
glowing
behind that
green
wall.
panel thing.
It's beaming an image. I just thought of Subnautica again. Some kind of precursor artifact. It's beaming an image into my brain. It's that flying dead thing.
It's that flying dead thing. That's not a dream. That would never be a dream. What are we gonna get with all that money? I've always wanted one of those flying dead things. Perfect.
Man, one of my favorite things in Subnautica is that feeling of like you find little resources and you put them together and you make like you make a little thing that propels you in the water, and then you get more resources and you make the sea moth, which is like a little tiny one-person submarine.
Right.
And you kind of like zoom around all Jetson style in that thing, and like eventually you need like the full power of the Cyclops, which is like the big submarine that can hold the small submarine in it, so you can take the small submarine with you.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Man, I just love that design. It's like the only thing the one thing that I think would make that even better is if there's a way of like making the inside of the submarine look like what's the word? Like more homey.
Yeah.
Like if there was like a plant collection that you could complete or something.
Yeah.
The thing is, you couldn't going with the philosophy of the game itself. You couldn't have like hunting trophies or whatever. It would just go completely against the concept that they were going for. But it would be like if you could put like I don't know, maybe you'd have that Pokemon Snap kind of system where you take a whenever you get a 3D scan of something, you can then print out like a plastic version of it.
Right.
That'd be kind of neat, because then you'd have to risk getting close to all sorts of dangerous creatures, but you're encouraged to take pictures of them instead of killing them.
Right.
I need pictures of Leviathans.
I need pictures of Spider-Man. What? Why would you cancel the fast travel? Fast travel was gone, and then you went to the vending machine, and there's a vending machine in Firestone that you could go to.
I was clearing out some stuff.
Ah, that's fair. Man, there used to be so many Claptraps.
Man, what were Claptraps originally built for exactly?
I don't fucking know.
Because like their secret purpose was assassinations, but like what was their main thing?
I don't know. I think the main Claptrap was supposed to be like a steward bot, but I don't know.
Would, like,
I think each Claptrap. Yeah, I think that like each Claptrap was designed for a different purpose.
I think that's okay, here's my lore idea. The secret behind the Claptraps is that their hardware is actually really adaptable. Like you could give them more complex hands, and their hydraulics are strong enough that they can actually go upstairs. It's just that their default like firmware just looks at stairs and goes, "No, I can't go up that." Like because they have the ability to hop and brake and calculate distance and such. So my idea is that basically they're actually like really capable with the right software, and that's what Hyperion was trying to sell. Is they would sell these robots that like could basically do like hardly anything at all, and then sell them like a subscription or a series of like DLCs that would sort of make them functional.
Right. Long ago.
Like, imagine like, you know, a C-3PO where it's like, hey, I noticed that the C-3PO is really slow and clunky, and it's like, oh yeah, he can get faster and like more clever, but you have to pay for that.
Long ago, Claptraps were numerous and prosperous, but then everything changed when Hyperion attacked.
Yeah, basically. And the funny thing is, like, because of that, like, the Claptraps, because, like, the whole thing was shut down, the Claptraps, like, most of them, we don't know what their, like, full potential is.
Yeah. Well, you get to play as Claptrap in the pre-sequel, and that's pretty neat.
I like to imagine that there's some Claptraps out there who have, like, survived and have, like, become full-on like characters. 'Cause it feels weird that like a lot of them seem to have almost a personality, but like only one of them ended up being really that clever, but also like
well, they were all
get
wired
less
to the same kill switch, which Handsome Jack pressed, and
yeah. So wouldn't there what's the word? Why do you find so many that like? I was gonna say, why do you find so many that died in other ways though? Were they just dead before that?
probably, I don't know. What I do know is Shep Sanders has a mission for us, and we're gonna go get it from him.
What if it was a limited time like thing? So if you were like in a parking garage at the time, you just didn't get the message. Like, oh yeah, I was in a cave at the time. I was helping some caving buddies, and I guess I didn't get the signal.
I'm not sure it would work like that, but we have a mission.
That's my excuse for
but
what's
how
it called?
could
Gearbox to expand on that. That's my pitch for it.
do we really want more Claptraps?
I want better Claptraps, and the only way to get a better Claptraps is to establish that there's a few Claptraps out there.
I mean, honestly, dude, there aren't better Claptraps. They're designed to be annoying.
I feel
they're
like
all pretty terrible. You get a better
but
sense of that when you play the pre-sequel.
my Fury actually works really well though, under that same rule though, that like the default Claptraps are kind of inept and annoying, and that you're not supposed to their worst feature is people like returning them, but the point is that you're supposed to buy a Claptrap, find it annoying, and then go to Hyperion and pay for upgrades. Like that just works so well with like Hyperion.
Yeah.
And it also explains how like their hardware could handle like a lot more than you'd think.
Claptrap actually gets some good character development in the comic book, because of course there's a comic book.
Yeah, there's a comic book, that's neat.
Yeah, and he's like actually a good character. Pretty decent.
I just remember that there was a Left 4 Dead comic and that I read a bunch of it.
So we gotta shoot all the skag shit off of the fan.
Ah, yeah. Wait, how did he even get up there?
No, not skag, it's rack.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Well, that's what happens when the rack hits the fan.
Nice.
And there you go, now we got a big propeller thingy.
Yeah.
I guess we got we got wind power. You know, you'd think we'd have more solar panels too, huh?
You would think, given how hot it's supposed to be here.
Yeah, and it's like we only have like slight overcast at most.
Yeah.
You probably. Though, I'm guessing that the big like long-term power solution was probably supposed to be iridium, huh?
Probably.
Because I think that was originally what the Dahl Corporation was like mining for.
Yeah.
So they're keeping it relatively low profile and just being like, oh yeah, we're just out here mining. But like specifically, they're looking for purple crystal that can do cool stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Rust Commons, middle of nowhere, no more. Find the middle of nowhere bounty board. Oh shit, that's right. We gotta go discover a whole new area.
Whoop,
Wait, what? Yeah, let's switch that.
There.
Summon explosions. Woo-hoo. So, one thing I forgot about earlier Borderlands games is that, you know how in the third game it's press and hold to do the turbo?
Yeah, and this is the toggle.
Yeah, this is the toggle, and it fucked me up for so long when I first started playing because I'd never experienced a toggle
like
boost in any game before.
What's it called? It's like one of there's a rocket boost that works the same way in Borderlands 3, where it's sort of like one of those solid rockets where you light it and it's lit. It doesn't unlight until it's depleted.
Right.
Hello?
Wait a minute, wait a
Some
minute, wait a
fancy
minute. Hang on. I'm wondering if we could fast travel to where we need to go. There's probably a fast travel in the Dull Headland somewhere. And we're gonna find it, and we're gonna see how close we can get to nowhere. And then we're gonna blow it all up.
Where did my map? Oh, there's the map. Alright.
Wait, are the new use stations fast travel?
And we've got, let's see.
I think they are.
Might be.
Maybe.
We can't access that thing though. Wait, hold on. So we drove to the big door, and then wait, hold on. We shouldn't have gotten out. Should have activated the door from inside the vehicle.
Okay, Hello Fire. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I think that may have let us bring the car with us.
Oh. Maybe? I don't know. What I do know is I need to find a fast travel.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Cool. Got my seat.
I know where we're going. Mostly.
We're going to the fast travel.
Oh, it is toggle. Huh.
Yeah,
I thought it was
weird.
I thought it was a candle sort of system.
Nope. Okay, alright. Let's see. How close can we get to nowhere? I don't even know. It doesn't even say.
Oh, we gotta go past the Thunderdome looking place.
How would we even know where to go?
Well, I've got two objectives on my map. We go down the path to the east into the Thunderdome, and then it splits off to a north and south path.
Okay. I guess let's do that.
Woo!
Whee!
I remember someone had an interesting point. They were talking about how. Wait, hold on. No. Hold on.
Wait, yeah, it is. That's the waypoint. We're supposed to go to that waypoint.
Well, that's directly at the waypoint, but that's not actually the path to it.
Oh.
You have to go through the Thunderdome.
Welcome to the Thunderdome. I have never seen that movie. I don't even know what that movie is. Is the movie called Thunderdome?
Well, we could talk about Thunderdome, but I think it's time that we got beyond Thunderdome. Alright, watch. I'm not gonna get out. They'll stay in the vehicle. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Just take the whole vehicle with us.
Just take the whole vehicle.
You and me and a whole box of mac and cheese. Just going through. You know what's funny? When you use the fast travel between, or I guess it's just regular travel. That's why it doesn't show you the little beam lines or whatever.
Any worse, swap with me.
What? Okay.
I wish it wasn't so negative when you switched.
Yeah, seriously. God
Alright,
damn.
Yeah, it's a pretty straight path from here.
Yeah. Way llama llama
I remember
llama.
someone had a really good point about the plot of Mad Max, the one that isn't Thunderdome, Fury Road, and how I guess it's not a metaphor because it's pretty literal, but like you spend like a whole chunk of the movie getting everyone and driving away from society, and then them being like, oh wait a minute, all of our stuff that we can actually all the stuff that we live for, and also like our logistics, all of our like food and water and stuff, like it's all back at the society, and in order for us to like be sustainable, we need to go back and deal with the problems head on, sort
We
of.
need to be a society.
I mean, which is funny because ideally the best path. I mean, it would have been a shorter version where you go out into the middle of the desert just to bait the guy and his royal family out of like the hills, and then go back into the town and fight him there. It would just be a shorter path, but it would have the same sort of effect. The point being that like you, although you can get in your car and try to drive to the other side of Doom, Australia, that at the end of the day you have to, what's the word? You can't like take your ball and leave in a society. You gotta break up the problems in the society so the people in society can keep going.
Right.
Because it turns out they had a ton of water back at home. It's just that most folks weren't allowed to use it. What the heck? There's a green thing here, but it won't let me touch it.
I don't know what to tell you about that, man. What I do know is we gotta fix this fucking bounty board.
Oh, is that the quest itself?
Yeah. We gotta go find 3 fuses. Get back in the
You need to
Outrunner.
find 3 bear butts.
3.
And you need to find 5 possum tails.
You need to play this ridiculously large harp. Kratos, in order to defeat the gods of Olympus and get revenge for your family, you must play this ridiculously large harp!
Imagine if it was another instrument, though, like, I don't know, like a piano. Oh yeah, like the piano from the movie Big, where it's like a big piano on the floor and he has to jump around on it.
Big. I don't think I know that one.
It's the piano in the like New York toy store where it's on the floor and you step on it to play notes.
Okay, but I never saw Big, so
Oh,
your
imagine
whole thing your whole concept is lost on me.
Large. Imagine a piano that's like flat and plastic, that is just the keys and a bunch of sensors.
Go back to being plastic.
And you step on the keys to make sounds. And it's very famous because of that movie, but what's funny is that like it got so famous that everyone used it, which meant that like most of the keys don't work on the average day. So apparently it's more of like a cultural artifact than a toy in and of itself.
Go figure.
Which is funny, because when I first saw that concept, it's like, I want a giant piano floor. That's like a giant toy that you would expect to see in New York.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, go away, Scythids!
I am glad you're not in the other game.
Seriously, they're like the most annoying
I'm Scythids,
creatures.
and my design was a mistake.
Y'all look like a bunch of rejected Pokemon.
They're weird because they're kind of roachy, and they're like a now I know what they remind me of. They're like a roach mixed with a slug. Oh, okay, that one's
They're
got
just
fire.
awful, is what they are.
gonna
Badass
pick up
fire
whatever
crawler,
it is.
get out of here!
Oh no, that's a shocker.
And
Oh.
here we are back to spending an entire clip on one non-boss enemy.
At least these are like 2 levels below us.
Yeah. That's something.
It's something.
It's something. Scythids! They're something.
Desert Scythids! Yeah, watch out. The big one.
Oh my
burrow.
god! I just fucking get the fucking fuse
Where are you? Where are
and
you?
go away.
There's still a small one. Look, shoot the small one. This little
I
one.
don't see a small one.
Fine, I'll pick you up. You can keep being bit in the butt.
It's too dark to see anything.
There.
Thank
Now
you.
try.
Oh, hey, look, Scythid. Get out of here. Go away, Scythid.
Did I just trick that Scythid? Oh, I thought I tricked it into jumping over the fence. It'd just be like, bye!
Would have been hilarious.
If I made if there was like a single player version, or not a single, if there was like more of a Dying Light style version of this game, I would add a mechanic where you could like judo redirect like skags and other like unarmed enemies.
Right.
So it'd be like instead of jumping and bonking into you, they jump and then you could like catch them and then throw them over.
That'd be pretty cool. So there's supposed to be a fuse around here, and I'm not seeing it. And I'm very confused. And this Scythed is just frozen.
Here's one.
Hey, look, a fuse.
It wasn't right there, it was right next to it.
Ah. Oh, wait, we're picking them up from the Scytheds, I guess. Nope, that's health. I thought it would be another fuse. It wasn't.
My eyes are open for any weird glowy stuff. And no, that's a refrigerator. Is it in the refrigerator? No.
We just need one more fuse, and then we can get the fuck out of here and be done with the Scytheds for a while.
No.
Is it in here? Ha! Found it! Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Before more
Get
show
out of
up.
here, don't want to deal with any more Scytheds.
Seriously, Scytheds are the worst. No,
That is
Racks are the
enough.
worst, but Scytheds are a close second.
Yeah, you're right. Because, like, Scytheds you can actually aim at. Alright, go, go, back up.
Ah!
Oh, that was easy. I keep forgetting that the impact damage is it's very similar to the that super saw blade thing in Borderlands 3. It boosts the what is it called? It's like a RAM that you can put on the technical, and it increases like RAM damage.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I would always combine that with the hover wheels, because in hover mode you could just adjust the
Yeah!
direction
Hover
and
wheels were
mildly bump into enemies and they would just explode. And like, the thing is, it did like a zillion damage, so it went from you like partially damaging enemies to then just like sort of turning into a cloud of pink mist.
Yeah.
Which was kind of how enemies are in this game, where that's just like the default, where like the weapons on the vehicle are actually like pretty weak compared to how much raw damage you do by just touching anything with the vehicle.
Yeah. And with that, we should call it a night.
It's got magic bumpers.
Magic bumpers, ooh!
Magic bumpers of wonder.
They're magical!
Plus 3 Vorpal bumpers.
They're bubbles, don't even doubt it!
And don't get into any trouble trying to get a piece of that bubble.
Stay out of trouble!
I've been Taylor.
I've been Lou Jack!
We're the Peepolorians. This has been Borderlands 1, and I'm reminding you all at home to take care.
Stay awesome!
Have a beautiful day.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.